Okay, so welcome to the demo video of Firelist, and in this video we'll start from scratch. We'll start from the onboarding process till we'll understand how to configure SMTP, how to warm up your account, how to send emails, and we'll learn so many other things in Firelist. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, you have to fill, when you're logging first time, you have to fill up this form. Fill this form up, and after filling the information, just click on the next button. So let me just choose my correct time zone, and once it is done, you come to the next option. That is called workspace. In the workspace, you can create multiple workspaces. It is like multiple accounts in one account. So let's say if you are doing email marketing for, let's say, e-commerce, and if you are doing email marketing for digital goods, so you can have two separate businesses, two separate organizations, and we call them workspaces here. So let's say this is my main workspace. This is my main workspace, and you can create a separate workspace inside the dashboard for your different kind of things. Like if you want to use the workspace separate, dedicated for affiliate marketing, you can create that, right? For JMezu or for ClickBank or for some other affiliate network, you can do that. But if you want to create one account, you can just create one workspace. It's not mandatory to have multiple workspaces. Now here you can connect your SendGrid accounts, Spark Post, Elastic Email, Amazon SES, Mailgun, or custom SMTP. But initially, when you don't want to just fill it up, you can just click on the skip, and you can launch your Firelist. Now your Firelist is ready to customize and ready to use, but you have to remember that you have not inserted, or you have not given the correct, configured your SMTP yet. So with the Firelist, you have to connect your SMTP account, otherwise you won't be able to send emails, right? So now let me just give you a walkthrough of the dashboard. This is the dashboard. In the left hand side, we have subscribers, we have segments, tags, broadcasts, SMTP inbox testing campaign, auto warm-up campaigns, sign-up form, workflow, and reports. And this is the workspaces. If you click on this, you see the main workspace is here. You can click on this button, this plus icon, and you can create multiple workspaces. And you can always click on, like, let me just create one. Let's say affiliate marketing. This is my affiliate related workspace. Okay, so if we come here, you can see if you click on affiliate marketing, you have to click on switch workspace, then your account will be reloaded. If you want to use any of them, you can always switch on by click on switch button, right? So everything, like your subscribers, your segments, and everything will be reloaded. Okay, so now let's use this main workspace. Let me just give you a walkthrough. We have in the right hand side the notification. So the notification is a place where you'll be notified about your activities. So you can always get notification inside this box, and this is the area where you can access your settings, profile, plan information. You have the reseller management, integrations, bonuses, raise a ticket, and log out. So if you click on settings, you can have your setting information, like your organization name, website domain, which you have already pre-filled while going through the onboarding process. So now you can upload your organization logo and all. You can always change the default message or the default settings of the message email. Okay, now there's an option to configure your profile. You can see your plan. You can see the integrations. Inside the integrations, we have SMTP services and Zapier. So inside SMTP, you can click on add button, and again you can add your custom SMTPs and all those information. I can show you how to connect your Gmail account in this. So let me just show you how to use Gmail account as a prime SMTP account with Firelist. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to log into your myaccount.google.com. When you come here in the myaccount.google.com, after login, go to the security, and inside the security tab, you will find, so you have to check the app password. You click on the app password, and now you have to again log in to your account. So let's say if you want to use this account or you want to go with the workspaces, so you can choose your custom name, which I'm going to use as a fire list. Click on the generate. This is the password for your email now. Okay, so let's say if you're going to use your email with the fire list, this is the same information you have to provide. So title, let's say Gmail SMTP. Host is going to be smtp.gmail.com. You can always search SMTP details for Gmail on Google, and it will provide you all the information. So smtp.gmail.com, port is 587, authentication must be auto or SSL TLS. So then you have to provide the information like port number is 485, or you can always use 25, right? Then email is going to be madhavdatta@gmail.com, and the password which you have just created here. Copy this password, paste it here, choose mode or auto, and here I'm going to use madhavdatta@gmail.com. Click on save. That's it. It's done. Then you have to click on status to change. Now it's enabled. Now your SMTP is connected, right? Now let's go back to the settings once again. Let me show you. These are the bonuses which we have already given with the system and the reseller panel, so you can manage your reseller panel. Okay, now let's get started with the subscribers. So now we have this list option. You can create a new list by importing a file from like importing from a file like CSV file, copy paste, manually add one by one. So we'll do with the import from a file. So always choose my demo list. This is my dummy list. I'm going to click on create. So my list has been created, but before importing the data, it will ask you for a couple of more details. So you have to provide your name, like the name you want to use for for sending emails. So dual opt-in is always recommended, but you can go with the single opt-in. It's up to you. Dual opt-in is something like that. You have to, like, if somebody is subscribing your list, they will receive an email that do you want to subscribe my list. When they'll click on the confirm button, it will just let Google or other email service provider know that this person is interested in getting emails. So whenever you will send email, they will get email in the inbox only. So that is why dual opt-in is important, and it's must to have. But most of the users or the email marketers, they don't just enable that, because it makes it the whole list building process very, very slow. So because most of the users don't click on the confirm button, they forget, or they don't receive email on time, and they just lose the email. So it is recommended that you should go with a dual opt-in, but initially when you are just making a list, you can go with the single opt-in option as well. Now you click on the list, CSV list here. So let me check if I have a CSV list of users. Let's say I have demo users here, so I'm going to use this list. Okay, so now we are here on this map list. After uploading the CSV file, click on the next button. You'll come on this page. Now you have to map the fields. So let's say I'll have to map the field with the, like, this is my first, this is user's first name, this is email. Okay, now the import process is started. It will take a couple of minutes to upload the list. Now it is done. Either you can add more contacts, or you can just click on back to contacts, and you can see the list has been uploaded. 26 total subscribers. Perfect. So now make sure that you can create a segment. I'll show you. The segment is something like that. Let's say if you want to keep all the Gmail users separately and all the Hotmail users separately, or all the Yahoo users separately, so you can create segments. Segment is something like, I want to create a segment from the Europe, the people who are using Gmail, or from the Asia, people who are using Hotmail, right? So you can create that kind of actually segment. You can choose multiple lists or you can choose one list. That's up to you. Segment demo. Click on create. Right, your segment has been created. Now you have actually this option. Now if you want to add more lists in the segment, you can actually do the same thing here. But if you want to just add a criteria like email address, and click on add criteria. So your email address has options: equals, doesn't equal, contains, doesn't contain, starts with, doesn't start with, ends with, or doesn't end with. So let's say I want to go with the ends with gmail.com. Okay. If you want to add more condition, you can add inside the email only. But if you want to add more criteria like the first name or for the address, for the city, you can add that. But you should have the data for those fields, otherwise it won't consider those actually fields. One condition inside this, it means actually and condition. Outside this, it means or condition. So if you don't know about what is and what is or, it means and condition is like both the conditions should be true, then the results will return true. In the or, any condition, or like let's say if you have two conditions and you have or in place, it means any one of the conditions should be true, then it will return true. Like email address should be end with gmail.com, and this is and condition. So and cell phone criteria, see, and cell phone criteria should contains number 98, right? So this both conditions should be true. In this case, you will get even more refined data, right? But if you want to just add a or condition, you can click on this. So you can have one more condition here, right? So okay, now let's start with click on save and update, and let's see how many users we've got, how many subscribers we've got. So we've got 14 subscribers. If you click on view segment, you will see the list of 14 Gmail users only. Okay, so all the users are Gmail users, right? And ends with the gmail.com. Okay, now if you want to tag them, you can tag them. What is tag? You learned how to create a list. Now you learned how to create a segment. Now tag is very important. This is most important part of emailing. You can actually tag multiple users with multiple tags. Like you want to tag the people who are responding to your emails or who are clicking on your email. You want to tag them as a warm users. You want to tag the people who are not responding on your emails. You want to tag them as a cold users. If you want to tag the users who are purchasing your product, you can target them as a hot, leads or hot users. So you can create multiple tags. If you want to tag these users as a Gmail users, you can actually tag them as a Gmail users. So you can run a campaign in future like, I want to send one email to all the Gmail users only, to all the Hotmail users only, from all the lists and everywhere. So you can do that as well, right? Now we'll go back and we'll see the other option, which is called tags. Now, as I told you, tag is again a very, very unique feature. So you can create a tag like warm users, or let's say Gmail users. So in the tag, all Gmail users. In the tag, you can actually use your not just your segments, but you can actually use lists. Like if you want to add tags from your subscriber list, you can do that. Let's go back to the segment and click on the segment and click on the view segment button. View segment. Now you can actually just add these users to the tag. So click on the add to tag button here, right? Let's say your list has been loaded. Click on the add to tag. and choose your all Gmail users tag. Click on save. Now you have 14 users in this tag, like you have tagged 14 users actually with gmail.com. So if you click on Gmail users, you will see the list of 14 users here, right? You can actually clone it, you can trash it, it's up to you. Every deleted data will be displayed in the inside the trash box. Now we have option to create sign up form. Okay, how sign up form works and why the sign up form is important? It's very easy that you have to create a sign up form to generate leads. So now this is your demo sign up form, and if you are building a list, this is my demo list. Let's say I just want to create a sign up form for my demo list. Now if you click on this button create, you will be redirected to the builder, and here inside the builder you have option to customize everything, right? You can customize the my subscribe my newsletter. Okay, you can change its font and everything. Click on the escape button, it will be gone. You can hide this email marketing by file list, you can hide this by this. You can click on the form background color. So if it is white and you want to just keep the background color transparent, you can do that. We have the option to change its you can just change it to 0 and it will be transparent. Okay, now you can actually change the name. You can add more fields here. You can click on select field, you can add more fields here. Click on the back button, you can change the appearance of the field and border and everything here. So once it is done, you can see, click on the escape key, click on save and publish. Now it has been published, but before that we have option to just opt-in settings. So if somebody will just subscribe using this form, which I can actually embed this form on my website, on my blogs and everywhere. If somebody will subscribe using this form, should be double opt-in or single opt-in, you can choose. It should be single opt-in. Do you want to send them welcome email? No, I don't want to send any welcome email. Or if you want to send, click on the send, then you have to write an email. You use an email like from name Madhav Datta, subject line should be this. Let's send this, right? Sincerely Madhav Datta. Okay, so you can write this email. You want to have a custom thank you page or standard thank you page? I want to have a custom thank you page, so you can have the custom thank you page. Alert notification, I want weekly, right? You can have the weekly notification. If somebody will subscribe you will be notified. Now it is done. You can grab your URL from here, or you can grab the embed code. If you want to use a embed code with the iframe, you can use this one. If you want to use the embed code with the proper form, you can use this one, which can be customized using CSS. So you can use CSS and you can customize this form, right, as per your requirement. Like I have done the same thing on my learnwithmadhavdatta.com. I'm using the same form, but I've just customized it, right? I've changed the CSS and changed its design. If you go to the learnwithmadhavdatta.com website, and if you scroll this a bit downside, you will see this form here, name, email address, and it is actually I'm using the same form to grab my list. Now you can copy this, but I'll just show you how it works in the real time. So you come here, just open the page, and you will see the page here. Now you can actually type the name like Milan Thakur. Email address is milan2pulse@gmail.com. Click on subscribe, and after subscription, user will be redirected to the thank you page. You can customize this thank you page by customizing the list. So I'll show you how to do that. You go back to the list, click on the subscribers. Now click on the edit this list. Click on the edit, or click on this list here, and come to this point and change edit unsubscribe page. You can edit this from here, right? You can edit subscribe page and unsubscribe page from this. But if you want to customize your default settings, you can do that. But let's check whether we got this account, this email or not. You see, earlier we had 26, now we have 27, and we've got milan2pulse@gmail and Milan, and it's deliverable in the list. Let's check whether Milan got email or not. So I don't have his Gmail access, I cannot check, but I'm sure Milan must have received an email, right? Because I've just turned this on, like I want to send email to the users. So it's working fine now. Let's go back to the other settings. I'll show you a couple of more features, like you can broadcast things now. Okay, let's see how broadcast works. So if you come here, you click on the create new broadcast. Now you have three options: HTML editor, plain text editor, and drag and drop editor. So first we will go with the drag and drop editor. So now you have to write the broadcast name, which is going to be my first email broadcast. Okay, and I'm going to use drag and drop editor for this. Here we go. This area is very interesting because we have implemented the proper AI in this, so you can enjoy the AI for free of cost. We have our information, to, from, subject, and design. We have these 5 options here. Inside the information, it is the broadcast name. The tags will be created automatically by the AI. If you want to just add tags, you can add tags like affiliate marketing, right? So you can actually create your own tags if you want. Press the enter key, your tags will be created. Like this, right? So you can create more text. Click on permission reminder is going to be something like you can show the real message on every email, that why are you receiving this email? You're receiving this email because you must have used my products, or you must have subscribed my list. So user will not mark you as a spam. Okay. Include a web page version link in an email. So if somebody is not able to open the link, can click on the web page versions, and the email will be opened as a web page. So I'm going to click on save. Then choose a list. You want to send email to the list, to the segment, or to the tag. So you have options. You want to send email to all the Gmail users, you want to send an email to the segment, or you want to send email to the list. So you can choose, right? I want to send email to this list. Now you can exclude something. I want to send email to my list, but I want to exclude all the Gmail users. So email will be sent to all users except the Gmail users, right? So that's how you use like include and exclude option inside the two option. Now here, which is very important, Madhav Datta. Your email should be the real email. I'm going to use Madhav at gmail.com because I'm using my Gmail account with this. Click on save. You can have the A/B testing. So 50% people will receive this email, 50% will receive this subject line, and you can see how many people are actually interested in my A line or B line. You can see that. So this is a test email by Ajay. Okay, let's say this preview text. This is just a test mail, right? This is the preview text which just displays under the email. Now you are here, you can actually use AI. So let's say if you want to write something about, I always give an example about Yoda. That is my favorite character. So Yoda is, let's search about Yoda a bit. So, or let's search about AI bot for funnel, or let's search funnel building, right? And I'm going to come to the, you can easily remember the sales funnel, blah blah blah, this copy, and I'm going to use the same content here to generate more content for similar kind of stuff. Now you can see the AI generated tags are here. You can see this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, and the content has been generated for by the AI for this. So you can use this content here, or you can just paste it here. You can click on save, then click on open in editor, right? If you want to go with the open in editor, then you can choose a template. We have option blank layout, and we have option to choose templates. So we have multiple templates we can go with, right? Let's say let's go with this template. Okay, I like this template personally. So let's go with this template, and whatever we have written there, you can actually just paste here as well if you want. Right? It's up to you. So the content has been changed. You can change everything. You can upload your logo. You can do all the changes whatever you want to do. Once it is done, you can click on save and next, or you can just open it again, open the editor. You can click on send test email. What I'm going to do, I'm going to send an email to the madhav@mintware.ventures. I'm going to send this email, and then I'm going to open this email again. Let me check whether I've got this email or not. I'll go back to my Yandex account. You see, I've got this email in my inbox. You see, email is coming from my Gmail account, right? And it is actually a very authentic email coming from the Gmail directly to my Yandex account. That's how you can use a file list with your Gmail account easily. Isn't it crazy? Right, so let's go back to the file list. That's how you can send this email. I cannot send it right now because I have selected a list of users. So I don't want to send this dummy email to all the users. But if you want to test a couple of more things, like you want to test SMTP, mail tester, you want to use mailtester.com or something like that, you can test your email with mailtester.com or some other email testing tools. Alright, so that's it. I think these are the main features of file list, and in the next video I'll talk about this SMTP inboxing campaign and auto warm-up campaign. Okay, thank you so much. And I'll talk about the workflow as well. But let me show you the workflow features before signing off. So workflow is a very amazing feature. You can actually create a workflow for demo workflow. So let's say I'm going to create a workflow for something like if somebody joins my list or if somebody unsubscribes. Okay, so if somebody joins my list, my demo list, after joining the list should be added to the tag and should receive an email. Okay, so this is what I can do. I'm going to add this as a tag, and which tag I can choose should be added as a Gmail tag. Now I'm here. I'm going to just send this email, which I'm going to choose. This is my first email, should be sent. Okay, so now click on save, click on run. Now our workflow is running. Come back to the main dashboard, go back to the sign up form, and inside the sign up form here you can get the URL, copy this URL, and you can paste it here. Okay, so now this URL has been pasted. You can subscribe Ajay, and email can be ajay@mintware.ventures. Okay, now click on subscribe. Here we go. So now if we'll open the mail account of Ajay, we'll see that. Okay, first of all we'll check whether Ajay got tagged as a Gmail user or not. So I'm going to tags, and I'll click on my Gmail users, and yes, Ajay got tagged as a Gmail user now. Okay, and then I'm going to my Gmail account, my Yandex account, and I'm going to log in with my colleague's email address. And here we go. Okay, you see, now we've got 2 emails. One from welcome to our list of subscribers. You see this email, which has been coming directly from my Gmail, from my email account. Now I'll go back and I'll see this email is sent to Ajay automatically using workflow. You see this, how it is working like a charm. That's how you create workflows, and you can use those workflows to automate your system, right? And in the next video I'll show you how to just use SMTP warm up and inbox testing. Okay. Right. Thank you.